children, do you know in most modern societies, the government has a number of roles to perform.
It has to defend our country, maintain law and order, promote industrial growth and improve the infrastructure of the country. It also has the responsibility to build educational institutes, medical institutes, post offices and many other public institutions. It has to provide public facilities like electricity, public transport, health and medical facilities as well.
Phew, that's quite a lot. But this is not the end. It has to protect the livelihood of the poor section of the society also. You have already read about the right to work and MGNREGA in rural areas. The Act clearly states that the government has to provide manual work on demand and the wages to the workers. The capital is also given by the government.
The distribution of food grains at reasonable prices in PDS shops is organized and the costs are borne by the government. You know that most of India's population depends on agriculture. Government also has to help the poor farmers by bringing down the rates of various things that are required by them for agriculture. So, government puts in some money from its side to bring down the prices of certain items like fertilizers, seeds, diesel for farmers. This is known as subsidy.
You know all these things require money. From where do you think the money comes? This money comes from the people in the form of taxes. The taxes collected make up the revenue of the government. Our finance minister drafts the annual government budget and presents it before the parliament. The annual budget is expected yearly expenditure to be done by the government. Well, now we will discuss how and how much money the government spends on us. In 2011 to 2012, the government spent around 23 lakh crores on us. That is a lot of money, isn't it? Let us look at the breakdown of this money through this pie chart. But do you know the government cannot spend money without the approval of the parliament? Though the government takes most of the decision regarding the spending of money, but the parliament keeps a close check on it. Parliament has our elected representatives who have an important say in the budget making and approval. Children, as I told you earlier, taxes are the main source of revenue or income for the government. You would have certainly heard about some of the taxes taken by the government, like VAT, value added tax, service tax, income tax and property tax, etc. There are two types of taxes, direct and indirect.
Direct taxes are aimed at a particular type of person, for example, income tax. There are brackets, and the more you earn, the more you pay. Indirect taxes such as VAT are the same for everyone, so the poor are hit harder than the rich.
The tax that is deducted at source, like VAT, sales tax on purchase of goods, or service tax which is deducted from you without your consent by the seller and submitted to the government, is called indirect tax. In simple words, indirect tax is the tax which is imposed on customers. This tax is collected by the sellers from the customers when they buy anything. Let us understand it in a better way with the help of this example.
The tax on the basic public services like the speed post, telephone and mobile communication transportation, restaurants, and even beauty parlors is called service tax. It is also indirectly imposed on us. Another major tax is customs duty, which is charged on the goods that we bring from foreign countries. Some factories also import raw materials from foreign countries. They also have to pay customs duty.
VAT or value added tax is a tax that is placed on a product whenever value is added at a stage of production and at final sale. Over 120 countries worldwide have introduced VAT over the past 3 decades, and India is amongst the last few to introduce it. India already has a system of sales tax collection wherein the tax is collected at one point, first or last, from the transactions involving the sale of goods. VAT would, however, be collected in stages, that is installments, from one stage to another. Under the VAT system, no exemptions will be given and a tax will be levied at each stage of manufacture of a product. Implementation of VAT makes it difficult for traders and businessmen to avoid paying taxes. They will also be compelled to keep proper records of their sales and purchases. VAT would mean higher revenues to the financially hit states in the country. So far, the trading community was amongst the biggest offenders when it came to evading taxes, but with VAT, they would not be able to do any more. That is why you see so many protests taking place over VAT. A direct tax is one paid directly to the government by the persons on whom it is imposed. The taxes like income tax and property tax that you give to the government directly are known as direct taxes. There are two main types of direct taxes: income tax and corporate tax. In simple words, income tax is the fees we pay to the government out of our earnings for using the resources of the country. Your parents pay income tax and I also pay income tax. It is a good thing to do. How we will explain later.
Suppose your annual income is 2,50,000. Then there is exemption till 2 lakhs. So, taxable income is equal to 2,50,000 minus 2 lakh is equal to 50,000. Tax at this slab is 10% is equal to 50,000 multiplied by 10 upon 100 is equal to 5,000 is your tax. Slab of income tax up to rupees 2 lakh, nil. Rupees 2 lakh to 5 lakhs, 10%. Rupees 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. Above 10 lakhs, 30%.
There is another type of direct tax known as the corporate tax. Corporate tax is a tax that must be paid by a corporation based on the amount of profit generated. The more profits that a corporation or a company earns, the more amount of tax it gives to the government. Children, what do you think? Government should charge same amount of tax from everyone in the country? Give me your answer after studying these cases. So, what do you say? I'm sure you would have understood why government charges the income tax according to the income of the individuals. There are taxes fixed against various slabs of income. Taxes charged have a deep impact on people's lives, and that is why government has to do it very carefully. Our tax system is based on our ability to pay. The more money we earn, the more taxes we pay. And the opposite is also true. If we earn a small income, we pay less tax. Now I will tell you why should we pay tax. Though people feel bad about paying tax, it is actually a good thing to do. Our tax provides government the resources with which it can develop our country, provide basic amenities, and also protect our freedom. A noble man had once said, "With tax I buy the growth of my country." In short, with our taxes, we are not only buying the growth of our country, but also the safety and security of our family. But there are some people who deliberately avoid giving tax. They either show their income much lesser than what it actually is or conceal it completely. This damages the economy of the country and also hampers the economic development of the country. Tax evasion is an illegal activity which entails not filing income tax returns altogether or misrepresenting the tax payable amount. Tax returns are scrutinized only if income tax authorities feel that there is tax evasion. If they conclude that you have deliberately concealed income to reduce tax liability, you will be penalized or can even be sent behind the bars. As good citizens, all of us are morally and legally bound to pay our taxes. After all, the taxes that we pay help in making our country more developed, stronger, and economically more prosperous. And all of us want that, don't we? Children, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson on government budget and taxation. Let's meet again soon. Thank you.